Well, folks, today we are going to be diving into a wild story that just broke earlier today: secret sex chats inside of the NSA. Now, this was exposed by the independent journalist Chris Rufo on the Ben Shapiro show today. Today is February 25th, 2025, so buckle up. This one's got some wild stuff in it. It's got some wild stuff in here, and it just shows us exactly why we need disruptors in Washington that's going to gut these agencies. It's as simple as that. So let's get into it. But before we do, if you're new to this channel here, drop down below, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you never miss another video from us in the future. We would really, really appreciate it. So here's the deal. Chris Rufo, he's a journalist, digs into a lot of cultural hot topics, I guess you could say, was on the Ben Shapiro show today and dropped a bombshell, and he brought the receipts. We've got all the receipts up here. He was posting them on Twitter or X today. So we've got all the actual receipts for this. Just insane what we have here. He got internal chat logs from the NSA, which is the National Security Agency, the super secret agency that's supposed to keep us safe. And these logs, not about spying or national security. They're about NSA employees chatting about maybe things like their sex lives, kinks that they have, and just some wild crap in here. It is insane. Now, this did occur on the internal messaging, official messaging system of the NSA called Interlink. I think that's how you pronounce it. Not exactly what taxpayers signed up for when they are paying for this, that this is going to be a chat room where they talk about polyamory and gangbangs and transgender sex. Just some wild crap here. But so let's break down these chats here that we have, because like I said, it is wild. Let's start on one side here. So this one is NSA and CIA officials expressing their desire to have a I don't even know how to say that word right there. I think it's hermaphrodite babies in order to advance trans ideology. An intersex birth would be a great opportunity to raise a kid as a non-binary and let them choose later. So just so you all know, basically it's the same thing as being intersex. I believe it is when you are born with both male and female reproductive organs in your body, which is just some absolutely wild stuff from the internal communication system. Let's see. Being trans isn't genetic, and if it was, we super shouldn't want it to be, because holy crap, would that be awful for us? Because 100%, as soon as someone claimed to discover the trans gene, you absolutely know that a people would super use it for eugenics and abort trans babies B. People would super use it. Why? I don't know why they keep saying super. Use it as to gatekeep transness. It's like, this is just absolutely ridiculous. Just ridiculous what we have going on here in these NSA chats. There is some really detailed stuff about male to female transitions, polyamory, non-monogamous relationships with people. Just some wild extreme fetishes, all while on the clock. Remember, this is all happening while they're on the clock. Let's just read through this here. So the intelligence community is one of the most powerful parts. Okay, we already know this here. Let's see. We have cultivated sources within the NSA and one current employee and one former employee who have provided chat logs from the NSA's Interlink messaging program. Let's see. Nonetheless, these logs, dating back 2 years, are lurid, featuring wide-ranging discussions of sex, kink, polyamory, and castration. One popular chat topic was male-to-female transgender surgery, which involves surgically removing the penis and turning it into an artificial vagina. Mine is everything, said one male who claimed to have had gender reconstruction surgery. I have found that I like being penetrated. Never liked it before gender reconstruction surgery, but all the rest is just as important as well. Another intelligence official boasted that genital surgery allowed him to, quote, to wear leggings or bikinis without having to wear a gaff under it. Now, these employees discuss hair removal, estrogen injections, and the experience of sexual pleasure post-castration. Oh my Lord, I don't even want to say this. If any of my family ever sees this, I'm so sorry, but getting my butthole zapped by a laser was shocking, said one transgender identifying Intel employee. who spent thousands on hair removal. Look, I just enjoy helping other people experience boobs, said another one about estrogen treatment. One of the weirdest things that gives me euphoria is when I pee. I don't have to push anything down to make sure it aims right. Oh my Lord. Remember, all on company time. All on company time. We have all of the chat logs here. All of the chat logs here. You can talk about an NSA and a Navy intel officer that's blasting the owner of Libs of TikTok as a, quote, effing monster and arguing that Ben Shapiro should be, quote, expelled from the tribe for constantly spouting hate speech. Wow. Just absolutely insane. Here you have CIA officials celebrating the death of a Christian leader, Pat Robertson. Wow. Let's look at this one right here. Effing monster. Let's see. So this is them talking, it looks like in 2022, about a suspension from Twitter, from the X account, Libs of TikTok. 7-day suspension right now. Won't be surprised if it becomes permanent because she has been inciting violence against hospitals. Quote, she is a effing monster. Effing monster. I'm embarrassed that she is a Jew. Wow. Any Jew who says Judeo-Christian without any irony as much as Ben Shapiro does should be expelled from the tribe. We shouldn't be embarrassed. Terrible people are terrible and don't represent all of us. I'm for expelling Ben too. It's a little different for Jews. Ben is like having a relative who constantly spouts hate speech in public. Not true whatsoever. Let's just be honest about this for a second, maybe. Here's another one. This is an NSA chat room talking about Tulsi Gabbard is a Russian agent and a member of the MAGA cult, including at least one they-them attempting to undermine Gabbard from within. Let's take a look here. From she-her compromise. Half of LGBTQ plus people should die and the rest get no rights. So, Tulsi Gabbard is troublesome. I just found out a bunch of things about her I didn't know. Let's see. A lot of them are troublesome to my prospects of continued existence, along with the continued existence of a lot of people I care about. Thank you. I've been told I'm good at finding the middle ground between positions before. And yeah, Gabbard is a Russian agent. Well, she is fervently anti-queer. What is up all? Let's see. We're laminating the state of affairs. What's up with you? Just a normal Friday. She defended Assad's killing his own people, which is a lie. I'll be headed home tomorrow. I'm excited for that. It's like she belongs to a cult. 2 if you count MAGA. Just sick what these people are. Truly sick individuals here that on government time, this is what they're doing. They are in these chats, NSA internal platforms, and let's take a step back. The rules have been crystal clear. They had to sign a disclosure to get into any of these chat rooms to begin with, that no personal nonsense, just work stuff. They cannot have any personal discussions on there. But obviously these employees really just didn't care. They didn't care about typing away about their personal lives and not just causing a casual chit chat. And like, this is NSFW type of detail here. Like, huge violations of NSA policy, not just a slap on the wrist kind of deal. Like, this is a breach of government systems, taxpayer money, a big no-no. And hopefully there is real world consequences for these people. Now, the NSA didn't waste any time responding to these accusations. They have confirmed that these chat logs are real and said they are investigating it. Saying disciplinary actions are on the table. Could be anything from warnings to fire-ins. Even the CIA is jumping in, saying they'll handle their side of it too. And let's be honest, this isn't just gossip. This is a full-on scandal of the intelligence community. You know, you want to talk about President Trump. Why does President Trump need to appoint loyalists to head up all of the executive branch offices or departments or agencies? Because of crap like this, you have people lower links down, or even people who are high up on the chain who internally are doing whatever they can to stop President Trump's agenda. The they-thems, the transgenders talking about how wonderful they love having sex after gender reconstruction surgery. It's just sick. And now here's the thing. Why does this matter? Why does it hit so hard? And just like we said, because It is proof we need disruptors. We need disruptors running these agencies now. People like President Trump's new picks who are not afraid to kick over the table, take people hostage, and take some names. This whole mess reeks of woke, virtue signaling BS that is creeping into places where it doesn't belong. Instead of focusing on threats to our country, these employees were discussing their kinks in diversity groups on government time. And it's why we've got an outsider coming in to root out this nonsense. Refocus on security, remind everyone what the NSA is actually for. The disruptors are here to clean house. We're not here to coddle this woke virtue signaling BS. We're here to clean house. And it may justify a complete overhaul of the intelligence communities. Who knows? Maybe not every single person, because I'm sure there's people in the intel communities who are all for what President Trump is doing. But we need a serious restructuring of our intel communities and just the personnel that's in there. And, you know, that's just the reality of the situation we're in right now. And the thing is here's the rundown. The NSA, this is going to be a scandal. The NSA sex chat scandal. From secret messages to a public mess, what will be next? Hopefully heads will roll. I really do. It is insane. Some of these things that are in here. Talking about activists within the agency use LGBTQ employee resource groups to turn their kinks into pathologies into official work duties. These groups spent all day recruiting activists and holding meetings with titles such as privilege, ally awareness, pride, and transgender community inclusion. And they did so with the full support of NSA leadership, which declared that DEI was not only mission critical, but mission imperative. It is an absolute joke. That is a total joke. It's focusing on DEI, not on merit-based systems, is mission imperative. I would love for someone to explain that to me. You know, this is a great article. I'm going to leave these down in the comments down below, or in the description down below. It's like, this is insane. This is just insane. What's going on? These sex scandals. You know, talking about the gangbangs that they're going to do on the weekends. It's absolutely sick. But I'll leave the links for all this down in the description below. Go down there, check it out, read it for yourself. But before we, I guess one more thing. Before we leave, let's just remember what we're up against. This is Chuck Schumer on MSNBC, I don't know, a couple years ago. It may be even a decade ago. Chuck Schumer's looking a little better, not as gloom as he usually does. But here's Chuck Schumer talking about what happens when you take on the intelligence agencies. So for anyone who's out there, who's willing to cover something like this, be prepared. Who knows what the intel communities are going to try and do to you? Let's take a listen.
Take on the intelligence community. They have 6 ways from Sunday at getting back at you. So even for a practical, supposedly hard-nosed businessman, he's being really dumb to do this.
What do you think the intelligence community would do if they were motivated?
I don't know, but from what I am told, they are very upset with how he has treated them and talked about them. And we need the intelligence community. We don't know what's going on. Look at the Russian hacking. Without the intelligence community, we wouldn't have discovered it.
Do you think he has an agenda to try to dismantle parts of the intelligence community? I mean,
well, he definitely does now. If he didn't have one before, definitely has one now. It is just insane. Insane what's going on. But that's going to wrap things up for today. Drop down below. Check these out for yourself. Seriously, go in and read this crap. Check out Chris Rufo on, you can check out his not LinkedIn, what is this called? His Substack, but you can also check him out on X. Great reporter. Love the information that he's putting out, allowing us to take a look at all of this. So leave a comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. And as always, subscribe for more, and we'll catch you next time.